Hello everybody and welcome back to Dr. Ghost Games. If y'all new to the channel, welcome. I'm Dr. Ghost and I make content for the game World of Warships Legends. Today we're going to be taking a look at the patch notes for, I guess, October, the Halloween update. So, yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, please don't forget to go down there, hit that like button and subscribe and leave a comment. Tell me what you guys thought of it at the end of the video. Tell me what you guys are looking forward to in this update in the comments. Yeah, so without further ado, let's jump right into this one. Now, keep in mind before I get started, actually, I will express some opinions in this video about what I think about this update and what I think should maybe come in the future. So just keep that in mind. Don't get too angry if I say some stuff you don't agree with. They're my opinions, and, you know, there's a saying, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has them. So, anyway, enough talking about that. Let's get right into this. So yeah, Halloween update, new friends, old foes. All right. So I guess they're bringing back the Halloween game mode. Interesting. So the Xbox maintenance times is obviously, I think it's the same time, 2 to 5 a.m. And PlayStation is 2 to 5 a.m. Same as every single update, pretty much. Nothing new there. Update size for Xbox One Series. Xbox One S and X is 3,700 megabytes. Xbox Series S and X 3,700. PS4 3,100. PS5 1,750. The spooky season is upon us, but Legends are not scared of such stuff, right? Right? Anyway, let's check out what the new update brings, shall we? For everyone who's already busy with seasonal preparations or actual trick-or-treating, here's the TLDR. Halloween event with another return of Rasputin. The Fortress campaign with Soviet Tier 8 premium cruiser, pardon my pronunciation, the Kronstadt. The Krons. I'm just going to call it the Krons. It's what I did on my live stream. Probably what I'm going to call it because it's easier. So the Krons as the ultimate reward. German alternate battleships become researchable. Tier 7 Prince Ruprecht leading the way. Obviously, guys, my pronunciation is not going to be the greatest for a lot of these ships, especially foreign ships, so keep that in mind. I do apologize ahead of time. But anyway, legendary French battleship Bourgogne, Bureau Project, and a lot more, of course. Kinda. Anyway, Halloween update, new friends, old foes. There's actually a code here if you guys want to redeem. Head on over to wowslegends.com/code-redeemer, and you guys can redeem this little secret code here: 3 George 4 Frank King 6 GKP9. Nice little code there you guys can redeem. You get some rust bucket camos and 1 common container if you guys want that. So yeah, freebies are always appreciated, I guess. Alright, anyway, believe it or not, the malicious Rasputin is back again. You'll be able to have a go at beating him and saving the world from October 17th through November 7th. Participating in the event and acquiring select store bundles will net you ancient shards. So I guess that's the currency, ancient shards. Which can be spent on 3 themed guises, so your officers can dress up for Halloween 2 and new crates. And the biggest prize, Commonwealth Tier 5 Premium Cruiser Perth. Read the new ships of the update section to find out more about her. And that's not all. If you manage to complete the scenario on the highest difficulty, you can get the Tier 3 Japanese Premium Battleship Kawachi, which is a Tier 3 on PC, if you guys aren't aware. It's actually the tech tree version. And obviously the Perth is a Tier 6 on PC, Premium. It's a Leander class light cruiser. So if you guys like Leander like I do, and like IJ and Azuma does in my chat right now, yeah, you can't go wrong with the Perth. And you might be able to get it for free, maybe, with the Ancient Shards currency. So I guess it's another event you guys can get some free boats with. Pretty nice. Anyway, the Fortress campaign. There's obviously a picture of the Kronstadt. Pretty nice indeed. I think that's actually how you pronounce it, the Kronstadt. I think that's my best take at it. Anyway, a big one to get. Kronstadt was was planned as the headliner of the battlecruiser Project 69. 69. Anyway, ordered in the late 1930s, she was only partially completed when the events of World War II put a halt to her construction, and it didn't resume after the war ended due to Soviet leadership deeming such ships obsolete. Yeah, well, the Soviet Union just kind of sucks in general. That's why they didn't have carriers. That's why they didn't have battleships. And they just kind of weren't all there. But then again, I mean, they were fighting a fucking crazy war. A big invasion from the Germans. But anyway, we're not going to get into history. That's probably just me hating on Soviets at that point. Anyway, Kronstadt packs the radar consumable, the best torpedo damage protection of her tier, at 25%. Who really cares? That's not going to prevent much against Japanese torpedoes. So honestly, that's nothing too spectacular. But hey, I guess it's there. And the biggest health pool among her rivals by far, not to mention some of the most powerful guns this side of legendary cruisers. However, one can't call her agile, and Kronstadt is a little slower than most of her peers. So someone in my chat basically said that this is a shittier Stalingrad, essentially. So I guess we'll have to see when it comes out. I don't know. With the usual framework of 100 milestones over 5 weeks, and the catch-up mechanic enabled, let's take a look at the prizes available. So catch-up will be enabled, so for people who missed the previous weeks of Weekly Havocs, you guys might be able to catch up on some of it. Pretty nice for those who need that. So here's the rewards you get without Admiralty backing. 15,000 worth of stuff, and 73,000 doubloons worth of stuff with Admiralty backing. I always buy Admiralty backing. Now, this is coming from somebody who doesn't buy much for the game at all anymore. Admiralty backing, no matter if you care about ships or not, Admiralty backing is always 99% of the time worth your money. You don't just get the tier 8 premium ship, but you get all of these other rewards. And you get a lot of crates. And keep in mind, those crates have very small chances of dropping ships. So there's a chance where you could get even another premium ship just with these crates. So just keep that in mind. It's always worth, I think, in my opinion. I don't, tell you guys how to spend your money, but if you're gonna spend your money, $10, $10 for this, it's always worth it. Usually, 9 times out of 10. So, anyways, German alternate battleships are now researchable. We already know about that. I'm not gonna read too much into this part here. Now, the Burgoyne Bureau project. Now, one thing I like about this, the Burgoyne obviously is coming. I'm not gonna read too much into this, but the Burgoyne is going to be the legendary battleship for the French. And the one thing I like is they're actually not charging anybody to get the Bureau project. You will be instantly able to research the thing. So you're not going to be forced to go behind a paywall to get this thing. No. You'll be able to research it right off the get-go, I believe. Unless they change it, which, well, shit. I guess I'm wrong. But hopefully future Bureau projects will not cost anything, because the reason being is Bureau projects already take so much time to research. There's no reason for there to be a paywall. There really isn't. So if they actually aren't charging you anything to get access to this Bureau project, I'm glad. Very good indeed. Now, new ships of the update and more. Tier 5 British Premium Aircraft Carrier Ark Royal. Yes, that looks pretty fun. Obviously, I'm not going to probably be able to get it, but who knows? Maybe in the future, you never know, right? But yeah, having the biggest squadrons, 9 planes each, pretty nice indeed. At her tier, the famous Ark Royal, a force to be reckoned with, and some flair with special Halloween camo. You guys could probably get from the thing, the game mode or whatever, the Rasputin thing. I think the Ark Royal took part in sinking the Bismarck. I think it was the one that launched Swordfish torpedo bombers at the Bismarck, and it knocked out the rudder. I think that's the ship I'm thinking of. Someone could correct me in my chat. But anyway, yeah. So French Tier 7 Premium Cruiser Bayard. I don't really know anything about the ship actually, but it looks like those are 100 and maybe 120 or 150s, maybe 203 millimeter guns. Pretty nice. It looks like a Colbert hull, probably with shittier armor if I had to guess. We'll have to see. I don't know anything about Bayard. I'm probably going to look it up on PC, probably later down the line to see what it's all about. Anyway, between her fast traverse above average speed and agility. Oh boy, Hipper's gonna like this one if that's anything to do with agility. And moreover, a combo of main battery reload booster and engine boost. There are some very compelling reasons to take her into battle. They don't clarify if this thing's gonna cost global XP, if this thing's gonna cost steel. I don't know what this thing's gonna be, but we'll have to see when it comes out. Looking forward to it. And obviously the tier 6 or the tier 5 the tier 5 premium cruiser for the Commonwealth, the Perth. Looks pretty fun. It's basically a Leander. And if you guys aren't aware, I believe the Perth was pretty active during World War II, during the fight against the Japanese, when the Japanese were doing all their things in New Guinea and all that. Like I said, I'm not going to get too deep into the history, but I know the Perth did have some pretty significant history. You guys could probably look that up on whatever. But yeah, Perth, pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. And I like the Leander, so if I can maybe get this thing, who knows, that'd be pretty nice. And the tier 3 Japanese premium battleship Kawachi, which is actually the tech tree tier 3 on PC. This thing looks pretty weak just because of the gun layout. 8 guns, 305s. There's really no reason to take this thing out. If you have literally any other tier 3 battleship would probably be better. But I don't know. We'll have to see when it comes out. Maybe it gets more armor. I don't know. We'll have to see. But anyways, wait. Does she have torpedoes? She's anything but fast, but the sheer number of guns lets her display in strength in situations where TP... Okay. Alright, never mind then. I was going to say, I saw torpedoes, like, no way they added torpedoes to that thing. Anyway, Commonwealth Commander Harold B. Farncombe. Farncombe? That's an interesting last name. But, yeah, it's a cruiser commander for the Commonwealth. I'm guessing for people who get the Perth, we'll be able to get this guy here, put him on their Perth. And he's got some pretty interesting stuff here. That looks pretty decent. Your ship detectability time after firing main batteries in a smokescreen minus 10%. Your ship detectability at firing... that's alright, I guess. It's alright. Anyhow. A new commander emerges so that Perth and Commonwealth cruisers in the future can have a worthy officer at the helm. Yeah, so basically that's about it. Now, one thing I want to point out with this is oh my gosh, yeah. So I was going over this on my live stream, but all of the carriers across the whole board, well, with some of them aren't getting nerfed, but I don't read too much in the balancing changes, but this part I have to just address. They are nerfing pretty much every single carrier in the game. They're taking let me just get an example here. For example, Zuiho. They are increasing the concealment by basically a kilometer from 11.3 to 12.3, and they're doing this with everything, 11.4 to 12.4. So they are basically pretty much across the whole line, except for tier 3 carriers, increasing the concealment of every single carrier by about a kilometer or more, which is freaking crazy. That may not sound like a lot, but it is. It's not point kilometers, no, it's a full kilometer more of concealment. And some of these get even more concealment. Now, one thing I don't agree with is why they nerf the shit out of that. 12.1 to 14.3? Seriously? The Graf Zeppelin's already bad enough. I don't know why they would nerf it like that. If anything, it should have been left alone. It's already a shitty enough carrier. Why are they nerfing it? It's literally like they do not pay attention at all to what anybody says in this community about ships. I swear to God. But I'm not going to get too deep into that. Obviously, there's some other stuff. You guys can read all of this on your own. Come here if you guys want to read it. wowslegends.com. Go to the blogs page, and you can find this page here. And you guys can come read it for yourselves. I'm not going to read every single thing that got buffed and nerfed. I'll leave that to you guys to do. However, I want to talk about one more thing before I end this patch notes video. I want more game modes. I mean, I understand that we have... It's the same thing with the last patch notes video. I touched on it a little bit. But I understand about the Halloween game mode. That's cool and all. But I want more game modes, man. And there wasn't a single word on anything other than the Halloween game mode. Right now, for me, the game's getting stale. And the fact that literally Most of this update is just ships, nothing but ships. The only thing other than ships is like the game mode for the Halloween event. That's it. So I would like some more rank seasons. I would like some more things to do with my boats. That's all I ask. Will Wargaming add more rank seasons? Maybe. We'll have to see. But whatever. It is what it is. But nonetheless, guys, like I said, I don't have anything against this update at all. I think it's pretty nice. All these ships pretty cool. Lots of new boats coming in. I'm sure a lot of people are gonna love spending their money on them and blowing some cash on this game. But we'll have to see. But yeah, I still would like to see more maps, more game modes, some words on clans and training rooms. But that's just me. But anyways, guys, nonetheless, I hope you all have enjoyed this video, and tell me what you guys think of this update that's going to be coming out on Monday in the comments below. And nonetheless, everybody, have a great rest of your days wherever you're at in the world. And yeah, peace out, stay healthy, as always.